Hello, Jordan here, bringing you episode 6 of my Call of Duty Ghost weapon guides. In today's video we are taking a look at the L115. The L115 is a bolt-action sniper rifle originating here in the UK by Accuracy International. In real life, the Accuracy International Arctic Warfare Magnum, or AWM, is a bolt-action sniper rifle manufactured by Accuracy International. There are two main variants to the AWM, or Arctic Warfare Magnum, these being the L115A1 and the L115A3. The AWM has two different chamberings, first being the 300 Winchester Magnum round, also known as the 7.62x67mm NATO cartridge. It was designed as a Magnum hunting cartridge. It offered flatter trajectory and a significant increase in muzzle velocity. However, later on down the line a new caliber was used, the .338 Lapua Magnum round, or the 8.6x70mm NATO. This caliber was designed for the long-range sniper rifle to combine maneuverability, great power and range. Finally, in November of 2009, a British Army sniper goes by the name of Craig Harrison, a member of the Household Cavalry, set what is still the record for the longest recorded sniper kill by killing two Taliban machine gunners in Helmand Province, Afghanistan, at 2,707 yards using the L115A3. So let's go a bit more in depth with the L115 in Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer. The magazine size is a very short 5 rounds, however if you equip the extended mags attachment, it buffs up by 2 rounds up to 7, which is still quite low. The fire rate of the weapon is at a slow 40 rounds per minute due to the weapon being bolt action. The reload time is also slow at 3.36 seconds and 4.03 seconds when the magazine is empty. Because the weapon is bolt action, the recoil doesn't exactly matter, but the weapon does have a tendency to go upwards and or towards the right. The damage is what you expect a sniper rifle to be at, and that is at 98. Even though technically this means it will take 2 shots, the weapon does tend to get one-hit kills from the knee and upwards, with the exception of the arms and hands. So with the L115 sniper rifle, it's best to be as far away from your enemies as possible. So moving on to my recommended attachments, first up is the extended mags attachment. By equipping this attachment, it only buffs the magazine size by 2 rounds up to 7, which is still quite low as I said previously. However, having those extra 2 rounds might help you out in certain situations. My next recommended attachment is the chrome lined attachment. This essentially increases the damage you get on your sniper rifle, with a counter being that the weapon has increased kick. The weapon is bolt action, so it's not like recoil is going to matter to you. My third recommended attachment is the thermal scope. On certain maps like Stonehaven, it's hard to see enemies at long range, so if you equip the thermal scope, you can easily see their heads popping out of the grass, a lot easier. My fourth and final recommended attachment has to be armor piercing. If there's an enemy behind thin cover, then by using this attachment, we can take a chance by shooting the enemy through cover and hopefully securing the kill. So moving on to my recommended perks when using the L115. First perk I recommend is the quick draw perk. When using sniper rifles, you tend to want to aim down the sight as quick as you can in order to have increased chance of securing kills over the enemies. My second recommended perk has to be wiretap. This essentially lets you use both your team's satcoms and the enemy's satcoms, giving you an overall awareness of where the enemies are. This can definitely help you out if you know an enemy is trying to flank you from behind. You can quickly switch out to a pistol and hopefully take him out. My third recommended perk has to be marathon. When using a sniper, you want to get to sniper spots a lot faster, so by constantly running we can get to those spots a lot more faster. My fourth recommended perk has to be blast shield. When taking up sniper positions, the enemies will not like that one bit, so they'll do anything to try and get you out of that spot. So by equipping blast shield, we'll have increased resistance against explosive damage such as C4, frag grenades or semtexes. Next perk I recommend is focus. Even though with the sniper rifles you're not going to be going gun on gun against the enemies, if an enemy sees that you're trying to kill him, he could take a shot at you which ends up with you flinching hard, and chances are you will lose that gunfight. So by equipping focus, it helps us out with those long range engagements. My sixth recommended perk is reflex. This allows us to switch weapons and equipment faster. You'll see in one of my class elves I tend to use a pistol and or concussion grenade, and this can definitely help you out if an enemy is trying to flank from behind. You can quickly switch to your sidearm and take them out. My seventh recommended perk is dead silence. Combining this with marathon, we can get to sniper spots without the enemy hearing where we are. Unfortunately, this is countered by amplify, so this perk isn't always effective. My eighth and final recommended perk has to be on the go. If you take an enemy out and you know that there are a load of enemies around where you are, you want to run to a safe spot but by equipping on the go we can reload our sidearm while we're running to our spot, meaning that we're prepared for any more enemies coming at us. Moving on to my recommended class setups. First class setup consists of the L115 as the primary. Attachments wise, I've gone with the extended mags and the chrome lined attachments. For a secondary, I went with a pistol, more specifically the MP443 Grak. I didn't go with a lethal or a tactical, so that leaves the rest of the points spent on perks. So to fill out the perks, I went with Marathon, Quick Draw, Wiretap and Blast Shield. For my strike package, I went with Support. I went with the Satcom, the Night Owl and the Oracle as my strike chain. My next class setup once again consists of the L115 sniper rifle. For attachments, this time I've gone with the thermal scope and the armor piercing attachments. Once again with the secondary, I've gone up with a backup pistol and I've gone with the MP443 Grak. Once again, not going to go with a lethal, however this time I'm going to go with a tactical, and more specifically I've gone with the concussion grenade. So moving on to perks, I went with Marathon, Reflex, Wiretap and Focus. Once again, the strike package I've gone with Support, and my strike chain is once again the Satcom, the Night Owl and the Oracle. So all in all, I will use this weapon as far away from the enemy as possible, but make sure we have a clean line of sight. With the combination of attachments and perks, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to get long range kills. So this comes to the close on my weapon guide for the L115 sniper rifle. Join me next time when I cover the M9A1. So thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.